I felt like my vote was not gonna do anything. And that sucks to say. Like, I was surrounded by like this sea of people wearing red and green. And I was like, okay.
If you go home at 4 a.m. in
Oh,
the morning,
if you have time to go to the
you can
club,
sacrifice an afternoon to register
Exactly.
to vote. It really isn't that much of a hassle.
If you don't register to vote, you're just giving your power to someone who's being paid.
Hello everybody and welcome to Hudyat, Tinig ng Henerasyon. And today we'll be talking about the future world with our guest.
Phoebe Mabanta.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty of a lot of things, so I first want to discuss the word Hudyat. So when we talk about Hudyat, we're talking about alerting, we're talking about an alarm. And with everything going on, do you think that we're in a position where a lot of our youth are in need of some alert or alarm? Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess that also brings us to the topic na as an adult, part of our responsibilities is to actually practice to vote. Would you consider vote a responsibility? Or is it more of like a chore?
It's a responsibility.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah, for sure.
So I understand that it was your second time voting, the last midterm elections.
Yeah.
But I want to go back noong 2022. I mean, that was such a heated period in our lives. I mean, regardless if...
War flashbacks.
Yeah, war flashbacks. Regardless if saang side ka of the spectrum, you understand what it was like. But how was that period for you? Because I'm really curious.
Oh, I wasn't here kasi. Like, all of the rallies were going on in Manila.
Manila, yeah.
But I was in Mindanao because like that's where I was staying with my
May
family.
rallies din naman sa Mindanao eh.
Yeah, but they're so far from me. Kasi I live sa bukid and very isolated yung area ko.
Pero when did you register to vote? Kasi you know na you don't necessarily have to be 18 to register.
Yeah,
So,
I registered when I was 17.
17.
Yeah.
So, did it just feel na parang, it just made sense for me to vote? Or was there something that really, you know what, I kind of been seeing these things?
Yeah, there wasn't like a specific thing. I think it was just the way I was raised, like the environment I was raised in.
That's good.
Since I grew up, like my junior high was in Mindanao. I felt out of place in that area. Kasi I had like these views and then I couldn't talk to anyone about it because nobody agreed with me. So even then, I was like, okay, there's something wrong with this country. I don't know why you guys like this man, but okay. And then I transferred for senior high to Manila. And then this is where I kind of met my people who thought the same as me, who could see through the lies of the government. And that was kind of when I started being more active in politics. And then like we had this SK registration, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, the SK registration.
And then that's when I got registered for the first time.
So you went to your municipality, to your munisipyo?
They actually held it at my school.
Oh yeah,
so that was very convenient.
Sa satellite ka pumunta. I mean, that's really good. That's really convenient. It's actually one of the things na a lot of people don't, at least our crowd doesn't know, na you don't necessarily have to go to the COMELEC office.
Yeah.
To register. Paminsan may mga talaga, satellite. Pero how did it feel like voting for the first time? Kasi as what I'm getting from you is you had a lot of, frustrations na hindi mo na-air out. So how did it feel to, to go to your present?
I'm gonna be honest, for the 2022 elections, I felt like my vote was not gonna do anything. And that sucks to say, but I voted kasi sa Mindanao. Like, I was surrounded by like this sea of people wearing red and green. And I was like, okay. I feel so bad because like I can see like when you're in line and you see other voters, it kind of humanizes them. Like online, it's like they're just trolls, and if you see them in real life, it's like, oh, these are real people. They have real feelings and they have their own lives, and they just don't know any better.
Regarding, what you said, how you felt back then about voting, how do you feel about voting retrospectively, or that moment retrospectively? Do you still think na your vote didn't really count?
I think it counts.
You think it counts?
All votes count.
Kasi even what I'm getting from you is you were kind of having doubts about it.
Yeah, I had doubts for sure, but there is a solid group of our peers that do believe. And there's also a chunk of it that just don't care.
Mm-mm. How do you feel about someone who doesn't really care? I've also met people who didn't care.
I just feel mostly angry.
I'm frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated.
To be fair, I do think the institution itself is aware of these things. We see it sa emails natin, we see it sa posts nila. But it's also different kasi when it's coming from the community. I remember having conversations with my friends. I think I talked to like 20 people then after the election. Dala sa kanila yung bumoto, which was kind of crazy. Nakaka-receive ako ng comments na parang sinasabi daw nila na, ay, hindi ako botante kasi hindi na namin kailangan yun. Or sabi kasi ni mama na it shouldn't affect us. Or parang, kasi gusto lang namin chill. But the thing is, the world isn't chill. Like, sobrang heightened the emotions natin during the past few months. With the whole DPWH thing, the flood control, then the Nepo babies. Parang, di ba nakakagalit?
Yeah, parang I was thinking about it like the other day na if you don't register to vote, you're just giving your power to someone who's being paid. And it's just so sad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you think it doesn't affect you. Like,
It does.
even like the people who are rich as hell. Like, I'm pretty sure some Benilde students, they're like fucking, it still affects you because you're still a taxpayer.
Yeah,
So it's like the fact na you think that you're untouchable because you've reached this level of society na, okay.
You were born into that.
Yeah, you were born
position.
into it. You're rich as hell. It still affects you because a huge chunk of your money is still going to the government.
Many young people see flaws in the system, but also possibilities for change. What makes you believe it's still worth showing up and trying to make a difference? Di ba parang sometimes parang ang hopeless na. When was the time you tried to make a change?
I think nung rally, when was it, September?
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
So kasi we had to go here and then sabay-sabay tayo pupunta ng Luneta and then sabay din tayo pupunta ng EDSA. Okay. How was that experience?
It was actually my first rally.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Saya, no?
it was a lot of walking and a lot of just standing around. Kasi, like, you feel like you're making a change because you're with other people. I wouldn't wanna word it like in a bad way, but parang you're putting on a show for social media so that other people can be encouraged to do what you're doing, to take a stand as well.
But I feel like naman there's a difference with encouraging people and trying to put on a show. Kasi, I understand that you also have quite the following sa TikTok mo. I see your videos. Pero I think there's a difference naman with trying to use your platform to encourage people to show up than ginagamit mo yung rally for the content. I think we've seen that play out nitong nakaraan na walkout natin and how much it pissed a lot of people off, not just people from our community, yung pangay matindi nakarating siya sa people outside of our circle, na there are these people na ginagamit yung rally for yung nila, a day in our lives. Paminsan din kasi, when it comes to like making content, like in your position, you also need to sort of pick and choose. So, do you think social media activism helps or hurts real political engagement? I still think it does.
I think it helps. It's just like there are a very few
It's like
creators.
a loud minority.
Yeah, a loud minority of people who do it just because everyone else is doing it. And like, I wouldn't wanna like single out these people in a bad way kasi like what they're doing, at least they're doing it, beats the people who aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So parang if we, what's the term? If we isolate them from our cause, it's like not doing us any good kasi yun nga, we're dividing ourselves again and that's exactly what they want.
Aside from being a content creator, I also want to touch on your background as a design art student. So, students in schools like Benilde often have access to creativity, networks, and resources that others don't. Sabi mo nga, di ba, na after, when we were preparing, you were going to have to scoot over to an event after this.
Yeah.
So, how do you think those advantages can be used to push for change that reaches beyond campus walls?
In terms of being a creative.
Yeah.
I think like the resources that we have right now as students in Benil, like obviously look around, like we have so many things that we can use for free, and I think we should be using.
Is it for free though?
Well, oo nga no.
Tingnan naman sa Lenius, na SER, nandun lahat.
Yun, 100K tuition, my God. Ayun, so like, yeah, I guess we're paying for these things, so why not make the most of it? Why not use it for something that can actually make a difference in the world? And that's not to say like, you know, like regular art can't make a difference. It's just like there are different types of things you could be doing in your own way.
Is comfort a springboard for upper middle class students to create change, or a cushion that keeps them from moving? Ano ba, parang leverage ba siya? Or is it more of like, you know, it's like a mattress?
In the context of Benil, or just in
Yes.
general?
Just in general, I mean, if you want to relate it to vinyl, I mean, why not?
I think, I'm gonna be honest, it's a mattress. If I
You
wouldn't
have to agree
I
then.
wouldn't say na you have to experience it to fully understand it, but that's kind of the case kasi you can't really have empathy if you haven't experienced it. You can't really fully grasp what these people are going through if you're sitting in your ivory tower.
Why do you think until now so many young people haven't registered to vote yet? I mean, kailangan ba lang tumingin sa Facebook ng student government natin, and it's clearly na, you know, the unregistered students who participated in mock elections outnumbered those who are registered.
I think a big part of it is just discouragement. Kasi there was a lot, I would say, hype around being a registered voter in 2022 elections. Like everyone wanted to be registered, everyone wanted to make a difference, and then seeing the results of that election, even though you tried so hard, I think a lot of people are discouraged and they think na their vote will go nowhere. But that's really not the case. It's just, you know, we just don't have enough numbers yet, and we have to keep trying.
What's one myth about voting or politics that you think needs to be debunked?
A lot of people think that their one singular vote doesn't matter, but it really matters. Kasi you can walk into, like, what's it called, the precinct or precinct, and then like you have all the power there. You can do whatever you want. Nobody's gonna see it. I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
So you hold all the power, and like if a lot of people have that mindset and not just, okay, I'll just not do it because it's not gonna do anything. If we have enough numbers who think this way, then for sure we're gonna make a difference.
I don't know what it is for me. Na it's worth sacrificing an afternoon for. And when it comes to going to COMELEC and mag-register ko to vote, it doesn't really take that much. Like, ang bilis lang. You just need to show up there, here's your ID, and then yung biometrics mo, then kailangan mo lang na ID na may address mo. A lot of other people are saying na strict na yung parents nila for them to really go out. I'm just like, girl, if you go home at 4 a.m. in the morning,
if you have time to go to the
you can
club,
sacrifice an afternoon to register to vote. It really isn't that much of a hassle. What have you learned about your peers that gives you hope about the future? Kasi parang we don't really want to antagonize them in this situation.
I've learned that people, I know this like sounds weird, but people are tired. And I think that momentum, it gives me hope. Kasi like knowing that people are sick of the same situations, the same flooding, the same excuses, twisting lies. It's like the fact that we're all tired and we all know it is something very important and very powerful. And it gives me hope kasi it creates a movement sa generation natin.
It's like saying na their heart are in the right place.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, we might not be in the same side, but we're all experiencing the same things.
We're all experiencing the same things and we all want the same change.
Yeah.
Probably we're just, we have a different understanding of how to get there, but we have the same goals overall. If you could tell every Benildian student one thing about why registering and showing up matters, what would it be?
It matters because I'm gonna look at this from a selfish point of view so that people can really relate to it. It matters because you are affected. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do it for other people, then do it for yourself. Kasi you are
Get
being
off the high horse.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, we go to school in Taft. Yung flooding dito, like, even like 2 hours of rain, grabe na.
Yeah.
So, like, even if you don't experience the big traumatic things, you eventually experience stuff like that. Na flooding in Taft, you can't get to school. So if you can't do it for other people, at least do it for yourself.
So we can actually wrap this up na.
Okay.
So I think na the conclusion of our conversation for today is that we are all universally experiencing the same things. We just have a different understanding of everything that's going on.
Yeah. We're all on the same side, guys.
We're all on the same sides. Okay, so thank you so much. This was
Thank
such
you
a
as well.
fun conversation.
Thank you.
So is there anything that you want to plug?
I guess, guys, follow my TikTok at Phoebe THRS. Yay.
Follow niyo siya. So that is all for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our conversation, and I hope that you guys were also able to learn a few things from not just me but also our guest Phoebe. If you guys want to see more content from us, go to HUDYATin.com and check out our content down over there. And you can check out our social media page. We have a lot of fun content for you to consume and a lot of educational content for you to learn. So once again,
this is
Hudyatin!